और चलते चलते यहाँ पहुँचे हम लोग DMC कॉलेज। तो आज यहाँ पर न्यूरोफिजियोलॉजी कॉन्फ्रेंस है, चलो देखते हैं चलकर क्या बातचीत चल रही है ऑडिटोरियम में।
Just a thought to have standards of care. So,
that's a good suggestion. Probably already this is known, but the Indian standard probably we can have our own normative data. And on that
beds over there, and specialized care in stroke was started. And thereafter, of course, headache, epilepsy, movement disorders, neurophysiology, everything has gone on developing as far as DMC is concerned. And very fortunate, he was, I think, the president of Indian Academy of Neurology before Dr. Debashish took over, and he's held many other eminent positions. And we've got a vibrant faculty. Dr. Bansal, I always call him double DM, because I don't know if you know that he joined the DM in AIMS, Delhi, and halfway through he decided to quit and go to SGPGI, gave the test again, and yes, Dr. Birinder, Dr. Monica, Dr. Dhananjay, all of them very knowledgeable and expert neurologists, which DMC is very fortunate to have. He just talked about the nerve conduction studies, and I was happy you didn't say EEG, that it was a flat EEG. As I entered, I could see a seat vacant, then a seat vacant, and then a person. I got a scare. I got COVID. वापस तो नहीं आ गया? Well, we are really fortunate to host this, and we're really proud about the Department of Neurology at the IAN Medical College and Hospital, and the kind of training it is imparting to the DM candidates, which has been there for the last now almost 10 years. And I'm sure that this conference is going to be a moment of success and a moment of great knowledge for all of you over here. I thank you all very much for coming over to DMC Ludhiana. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So the purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open mind. Rightly said. This holds true for our guest of honor, Professor Debashish Chaudhary, Head Department of Neurology, GB Pant Hospital, and he is the President of Indian Academy of Neurology. So, sir exemplifies that actual learning requires you to do things which he has done, made so many documentaries, and learned rather than learning from books only. I must put on record that extraordinary zeal and enthusiasm shown by sir in promoting the educational activity of Indian Academy of Neurology. I would request sir to please.
Respected Bipin Gupta ji and other honorable dignitaries on the dais, and the members of the Indian Academy of Neurology, some of my senior teachers who are sitting here, Professor UK Mishra, Dr. Khadilkar, who had been the ex-president of Indian Academy of Neurology, and all other dignitaries. Professor Nandekar used to come to Dr. Puri's meeting in Delhi when he used to have this neuromuscular meetings, Dr. Mansukhani, and of course my very dear friend Professor Gagandeep Singh. Thank you so much for saying kind words about me. And I think that neurologists generally have a tendency to reflect more than probably other specialities, because they are dealing with the mind and the questions of the mind. And therefore, it is not unusual for a neurologist to delve in various matters besides neurology, because I think at some point of time, the distinction between neurology, psychiatry, and philosophy merges into one, and we become a wholesome creature thinking about our own selves and answering the basic questions, who am I? So from that point of view, my journey has been a kind of a quest to know myself, to know my traditions, to know my culture, and to know human beings. Because after all, we are dealing with human beings when the patient comes to you with pain and agony, and they want some relief, and you have to diagnose them properly and treat them with empathy and with the just professionalism And that is the mainstay of our vocation. And in that matter, I think the neurophysiology has a great role, and as I said, that this is the most important tool that neurologists have, because no other specialty can take it up because they don't have that in-depth knowledge about the neurophysiology. So I think neurologists should always try to master this technique, master all the aspects of the latest developments that are happening in the field, and always see that how this knowledge and this technique is able to translate into better patient care, better patient diagnosis and treatment. That should be the aim, rather than just doing it as a matter of routine. And as has been discussed throughout the day, that obviously the clinical to promote all the subsections, and I am very, very glad that this meeting has been done, and it has attracted so many young people also. And also, as I said in my previous comment, that we need to look at training not only the doctors but also a lot of technicians, neurotechnicians who are good at neurophysiology and will be able to, because many neurologists will not have the time to do this themselves, so they have to have a good technical support, and that is what is also very, very important needed. And I think that Indian Academy of Neurology will move forward with this idea, and I will require the advice of Dr. Gagandeep Singh and Dr. Kalita and all other ex-presidents of Indian Academy to move in this way. And also I think that we need to educate the people about the need for accurate diagnosis, because many times I find that many of the neurological conditions are treated with proper diagnosis in India. So therefore, the need to make them understand that what is the need for this neurophysiological test, that is also very important. So we should have some public awareness programs, taking the patients and the lay people along with us. And then only we will be able to succeed and do the best that is for the humanity, for our patients and for ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your encouragement words. Hard work, dedication, and determination are the words which set him apart from others. I would now request Dr. M.K. Sobti, leading neurosurgeon of the city, is among us as the observer for PMC. We are very thankful to you, sir, for giving us 9 credit hours for this conference and making it more successful.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Bipin Gupta, Secretary DMC, Mr. Mukesh Kumar, Professor Chaudhary, Dr Sandeep Puri, Principal DMC, dignities of the dais, dear friends, delegates and students. I congratulate Dr. Gagandeep, Dr. Bansal, Dr. Paul and their team for organizing this mega event. Neurophysiology is an important subsection of neurology. I can understand that thing. And there are many cases where CT scan MRI is not helpful, neurophysiology is helpful to diagnose the patient. And in many conditions, this neurophysiology is diagnostic also. Friends, during last few years, a lot of new development has taken place in medicine. To know these developments, these CMEs and workshops are very important. In these workshops, you can update your knowledge, and you should be at par with developed countries as far as knowledge is concerned. All the topics in today's CME are very good, informative. Speakers are of repute. I am sure you will be benefited by the derivation in the CME. I, on behalf of Indian Medical Council, announce 9 priorities for today's and yesterday's CME. Friends, as far as Indian Medical Council is concerned, it's there to uplift the image of the medical profession and to ensure that the people does ethical practice. So, not taking much of your time, I wish this CME a big success. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. The conference would not have been possible without the unconditional support and help from a committed, dedicated chairman of clinical neurophysiology subsection of Indian Academy of Neurology, who has really worked hard to move this field to a new heights. I would request Professor Ravishankar Naik to please come with us.
Good afternoon, dignitaries on the dais, faculty and delegates who have come all the way to attend the program.
The subsection is about 2 decades old, started by Dr. Professor Gauri Devi. Then subsequently I have taken over, Dr. Zahir took over as the chairperson. Initially Dr. Virendra Kumar was the convener who was there almost for 10 years. Then subsequently Dr. Matthew, from whom I have taken over as the convener in 2022, and Dr. Jayanti has taken over as the convener at present. It was relatively inactive in the first decade, and we were taking part in the IAN programs. We used to have small sessions, but subsequently, about 7 years back, the first edition of the IAN-CNPCON was organized in CMC Vellore. Then the second edition occurred in AIMS New Delhi by Dr. Manjari. And subsequently, the 2019 we conducted in Belgaum. Then during COVID time, where the program was slightly troubled by the COVID, Dr. Mansukani did it excellently. That was the first time that the conference was done on a virtual basis. We had the umpteen number, more than 1,000 attendees. That's what I've been told. And the integration between them. From the subsection, we wish this conference very best, great success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to invite all the dignitaries to come forward for the light line. I would ask Dr. Monica Dhananjay to join us. So, please, sir. So, I would say that may the light of this lamp dispel all darkness, illuminate our path. Coming together is the beginning, and keeping together is progress. Working together is success. What this sir believes, Shri Bipin Kumar Gupta ji, Honorable Secretary Managing Society of the IAN Medical College, is a true leader who knows the way to go and shows the way how to do it. So he believes in guiding others to success, ensuring everyone performs to their best. His action inspires and motivates us to do good and excellent work. We would like to have golden words of you, sir. Please.
Distinguished members on the dais, equally distinguished ladies and gentlemen from all over the country, a very good afternoon to you all. Just speaking up from Dr. Chaudhary's who I am, I think once I learn who I am, probably I learn about the universe. There's not much to go beyond. And further picking up from Dr. Gagandeep, that learning never ends. Absolutely, I agree with him that we never cease to learn at any age. So I think we should keep our minds open. And Dr. Gagandeep has done some wonderful work on epilepsy. I think you're now acknowledged all over the world. So, and there are of course wonderful people that we met last night. Each one of you is a specialist and highly acknowledged in your fields. And I'm sure this conference will send everyone back home more enlightened than when they came. DMC as management, we as management will continue to support such conferences and exchange of ideas, because that's what we are doing here. Promoting knowledge, education, and of course exchange of ideas for better better patient care. So I congratulate Dr. Gagandeep and his entire team for organizing this. In fact, Dr. Gagandeep was telling me that on Sunday they have a sleep clinic. So I said, "Main kya karunga? I am a non-medico. If I start speaking today, maybe you have a sleep clinic today itself." So, and yes, one thing about these conferences is that I learn how much I do not know. Every time I come back, I realize my ignorance about things. So that by itself is a big learning one. When you know that you do not know, that I think is good enough. So that motivates you to learn all the time. So thank you very much. Welcome to DMC. I thank each and every one of you for coming wherever from. Somebody's come from Singapore. All of you have, you left your patients, your work to come here. But definitely it's going to be good for you, I'm sure, because of something or the other, some value or the other that's been added at the end of the conference. So thank you very much. Keep smiling. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Your points are well taken. Now I would request our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Bipin Kumar Gupta ji, to please give gratitude to the Dr. Debashish Chaudhary, President, Indian Academy of Neurology. So before we end, I would request all the neurology department to please come on the stage and give our regards, the support which we got from our Honorable Secretary Shri Bipin Kumar Gupta ji, please. Last but not the least, I would request Dr. Rajendra Bansal, Professor of Neurology at Dayanand Medical College and Hospital. I would request Dr. Gagandeep to please give gratitude to Mr. Mukesh Kumar, Treasurer Treasurer DMC Hospital. And sorry for that. Last but not the least, I would request Dr. Rajendra Bansal, Professor of Neurology at Dayanand Medical College, who believes in the mantra that everything is possible, provided you have the attitude and will to do it. Sir is the backbone for this conference, so I would like to invite him for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Vrinder. There is a very famous quote that, "Be thankful for whatever you have and you will end up having more." And I follow this quote in letter and spirit in my day-to-day life. I have been assigned the duty to propose vote of thanks, and it is my honor and privilege. On behalf of Neurology Department, I would like to express my gratitude to our Chief Guest, Mr. Bipin Gupta, Secretary, DMC&H Managing Society. Functions today. Sir, we are also thankful to you for your encouragement and unconditional support to our department. Whenever we come to meet you as a department, we feel that you have some special liking for neurology department. And we assure you that we will maintain your faith in us. Thanks to Mr. Mukesh Kumar, Treasurer Managing Committee, for being here today with us. And whenever you have a secretary and treasurer on the same side,